2023.
I don't wanna hear the good side. There ain't no good side. You ain't ever gonna see what I see. Don't tell me that you still care, and you'll always be there. Cause those words are just messing with me, and I hate that I'm still up.
2023 was filled with many unlucky and lucky moments, starting with one day in April hitting 90 degrees. We didn't get much in the month of May, but June was a whole different story. On June 2nd, scattered strong thunderstorms were impacting Massachusetts, moving southeast. Here's a picture of the radar loops at the time. And at 3:22 this day, I got a really nice time lapse. One very strong severe thunderstorm in particular was heading straight for us. Right before it got to us, unfortunately, it changed direction and started heading away from us. Even though we didn't get a direct hit, we still got some good pictures and some good photos of lightning. Next up on the list is June 14th. Not only did we get big storms, but there was also a moderate risk this day in Dixie Alley with a 10% chance of tornadoes. On this day, there were 2 EF3s occurring across parts of the southern U.S. and Ohio Valley. There was also widespread damage across parts of Oklahoma, Texas, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, Arkansas, and Ohio. Unfortunately, 5 people were killed. Switching back to our storm season, on this day, we got hit by a strong storm. At first, everything was missing us, but out of nowhere, something just developed out of nowhere and just directly hit us. The thunder we got was loud, and here are the clips. The next notable day was on July 4th. We didn't get hit by anything crazy, but south of us did. Just 2 days later, we had an insane view of this anvil. And then on July 13th at 9 p.m., there was a giant line of storms coming right for us. Although it did weaken substantially before it got to us, and we just got a little tiny cloud-to-cloud storm. And then we get to July 21st. At 4 p.m., big storms were fired up, and you could just see the shear in the atmosphere. I mean, these cells were rotating, and some even went tornado warned and actually dropped a few tornadoes. We actually got 7 tornadoes in Massachusetts this year, which is a significant difference compared to the normal 2 tornadoes we usually get on average. At 9:45 p.m., there was a giant storm out to our west. This storm had so much lightning, and we thought we were about to get the storm of our life, but it was moving east, and it was a little north. It was a little northwest of us, so it just barely missed us. We didn't get that many good catches on that day, but it's definitely one storm to remember. And then on July 22nd, late night at about 11 p.m., I didn't really expect us to get anything this day, so this was kind of an all-by surprise to me, but we actually got a really nice shelf cloud storm. I'll show you the pictures right now. Moving on from that, we have July 25th, my favorite storm of the year by far. It's not even close. It wasn't even the lightning that made this storm my favorite, because the lightning honestly wasn't even like the best, but it was the structure of the storm, and just the way it came in, and the time lapses, photos, everything. It was perfect. Initially, there was storms up north of us, which eventually shot out a gravity wave, which fired up more storms, which were then coming straight at us. I was so hyped in the moment as we saw this giant shelf cloud and stud clouds coming towards us. I'll show you the pictures of it right now. And then at 5 o'clock, I decided to set up a time lapse, and I could not believe what I caught. already satisfied for the whole storm season, and then July 27th, we got I caught the closest lightning strike I've ever caught in my life. Before the storms got to us, they were insanely strong. We're talking yellow on echo, like 50 miles west of us, but by the time they got to us, they weakened a little bit, deep green to orange on echo. Still very, very strong. And I got this insane shelf cloud too. I'll show you this right now. And then a little after that, it was not even raining outside. I decided to set up, cameras just in case anything happened. Without a single drop of rain, I caught this strike. Definitely the craziest strike I've ever caught in my life, and my cousin got hit with an even stronger storm than that one, which he caught 3 very good strikes, which I'll show you right now. After that day, I thought it solidified the best lightning storm of the year, but I was wrong. Before I get to that other lightning storm I just foreshadowed, I'm gonna talk about, we went on a cruise at the start of August and we got hit by this one storm. We can't see radar on this cruise, by the way. We randomly got hit by this one storm at like 6 a.m. We caught these like 3 lightning strikes. One was an insane bolt that I'll show you the picture right now. The other strikes weren't, they weren't crazy, but it was pretty cool. We thought they were going to be extremely loud, and we were honestly kind of scared it was going to hit the cruise. But I'll show you the strikes right now. We also caught some very nice distant storms and lifts out on the cruise. We'll show you that right now. After that cruise, I was very, very happy with how the storm season was going. I was already, I was going to be happy if it just ended there. Nothing else happened, but all of August went by. The rest of August, we really did not get anything, but September comes, it's starting to cool down, and we actually get the best lightning storm we have ever gotten in our life. At about 3:20, a gravity wave fires up a storm, which then comes right towards us, and it strengthened so quickly. There was so much cloud to ground lightning so quickly. We caught these amazing cloud photos when it was coming in. I'll show you that right now. And then the 3-4 strikes you have all been waiting for. These strikes I'll never forget these strikes. It's the best strikes I've ever caught. I'll show you them right now. After those strikes, I was so happy with the storm season. I was just so happy with everything I've caught. And then 2 days later, September 11th, it wasn't a storm really, but it was a nice shelf cut we caught. I'll show you the time lapses and photos right now. wasn't too crazy. But then on September 13th, we had another storm chance, and there was actually shear in the atmosphere, and we were directly in a tornado warning that day. The same tornado warning we were in, the previous tornado warning to that cell, about 20 miles away to us, actually dropped a tornado and had a confirmed tornado EF0 with it. We didn't really get any structure or lightning with that storm though, because it wasn't really that strong, but I'll show you the radar right now. That was really the end to our, thunderstorm season, main storm season, so we didn't get anything until actually December 18th. It wasn't a storm, but it was a very high wind line of, I shouldn't say line of storms, a line of showers. I'll show you the picture of it right now. The winds on this line were exceeding 60 miles per hour and had easily severe thunderstorm winds force. And I'll show you some of the damage we came by once we got out of school, because we were in school that day. But I'll show you guys some pictures of the damage. And that's all the storms and weather things we got this year. What a year it's been. In 2024, I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be a grind this year. This year and next year is just going to be a total grind. We got tons of new equipment in. We have, we have 4 tripods, 2 GoPros, a nice drone. Of course, we have our phone. And yeah, I'm super excited for this year. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more like this, consider subscribing, following my Insta. But thank you for making this far if you did, and I'll see you guys next time.